Hi, so got 99% of the stuff back. Chassis super happy with. It's got that kind of a silver metallic finish that I was after, so dead happy with that. The anodizing come back from the majority of all the plates. So, you know, we have a lovely deep gold now for all the adapter plates and various of the bits and pieces. So I threw that back in just to make myself feel good, to be honest. Yes, so we have done the double skin floors, just starting to do the closure panels. The side sill pod or the fiberglass will basically come into here, and then we'll just have a 90-degree, well, maybe slightly less than 90-degree aluminum plate go down there to bond the two together. From bulkheads done, I say the ground floor panel is done. I've got to get this one and the upper panel for the back powder coated like this. This is the underneath the fuel tank. These are things I didn't get done. Front bulkhead obviously is outside, so that'll be powder coated. Underneath will be powder coated. These will be powder coated. The say like the upper panel here is powder coated. These are already powder coated. So yeah, we got to. I'm just back to drilling lots of holes. Luckily, I'm pretty close to finishing it. It's the rear frame, the mid plate or the adapter between the engine and gearbox, rear plate, and a bunch of other stuff. Various different parts and bits and pieces. We lightened the valley plate. Took about 800 grams out of that. We also, before we sent the stuff off to anodizing, I changed, this is the front seal adapter. So this is basically the front crank seal. It'll sit on there on the plate. Originally I was just going to silicone it up, but I changed my mind. And we put an O-ring in here now, and I put a receiver basically on the other part of the plate. So basically everything now is O-ring. The only thing, any silicone that needs to be done is basically right in the corner here where that O-ring meets this O-ring type of thing. So a very, very small amount. A friend of mine's lent me his box because I have a modification I need to do to mine, because we're now fitting the GT2 clutch, so I need to do that mod. So thanks, Rob. We'll be hopefully doing that next block of 4. All panels inside the car will probably be polished, albeit the floor may not be, because basically you always tend to get dirt dragged in, and a polished floor, as much as it looks awesome, it's never really good. So we'll end up with I haven't found any yet, but I want some grey carpet underneath the seats and basically around the floor pan itself, and we'll have a trim piece put on the edge, sewed on, so basically it looks professional. And then we'll glue that to the aluminium to basically make that so you don't worry about stepping on it and scratching it. So yeah, it's just nice to get everything back and actually start building the car. This is probably the stage at which most kit car builders start with. But it just took me this long to get everything sort of already virtually ready to bolt back on. So I have one closure panel to do down here, and then I'll send that stuff off for powder coating. That will be the second. There'll be a third batch once we finalize the front body pivots, the radiator frame and the exhaust frame and the wing frame at the back. And that'll be like the third batch. But yes, we have a lovely, nice sort of, it's kind of semi-hammerite. It's not particularly overly smooth, but it is. It's got a glint to it, which is what I was after. So, but yes, chassis was obviously shot blasted, and then it had a zinc-rich primer put on it first, and then the powder. So yeah, she should be, yeah. Yeah, it's getting late. Now I've got to finish that one closure panel here, and then I can pop off the powder coats in the morning, but just thought I'd do a quick update. Parts are back. So beavering away, and should be big steps, progress pretty soon. Have to get the car pretty much all the mechanicals back on. for first week in April. Then I've booked in to basically try and get help to end up wiring the car. Yes, I could do it myself, but would I make mistakes? More than likely. Would I pay for them? Absolutely. So it might be best just to pay up front and get a guy, more of a electrical expert, to help me wire the car. And he's already doing quite an extensive PDF with all cable and plug-ins and whatever else. So we'll have a documentation basically how we wired this one up. Probably won't do the lengths on this one because I think this will be quite unique in some respects. Yeah, push come to shove. Super happy. Got a bunch of, obviously all the wishbone suspensions, that all's done. That's done in a really nice sort of darker blue than we originally had. But obviously these are all powder coated now. So that's a nice smooth. So it'll put a contrast from the silver. So like mainly gold billet, blue suspension arms, and basically the chassis is all silver. Yes, anyway, I digress. So hopefully we'll do an update every week, and we'll show, large steps of progress. Thanks for watching.